Hello, this is my first video, my new car that I got yesterday. It's a Tesla Model 3 long range with blue paint, as you can see, the black interior, the aero wheels, and there's a tow hook that I haven't figured out how to use yet. This video is filmed on the 21st of November. I think the first cars in the UK with the facelift were only actually given away or delivered on the 19th, so it's the second day these cars are actually in the country. The biggest and most obvious change is on the trim. You can see that the chrome has gone and we've got this matte black instead. So the door handles, the window trims, and the indicator stalk that's got a camera in it, and the aero wheels have been modified and improved too. There's been a lot of talk, and I was certainly anxious before I got this, about shut lines and panel gaps, but I'm no expert. I'm certainly not going to go over it with a millimetre measurer or a ruler. That's what traditional people call these things. Mark it all out. I think that's just going to cause me undue stress. It looks alright to me, and that's close enough. Pretty smart. Interestingly, I think in this light, I don't know if it's just the reflections, certainly coming through on the camera, the bonnet and the bumper do look slightly different shades. It's not just the camera, it's my eyes as well. When you get a bit more up like this, it looks a bit more normal, so I guess it's just the texture to the paint. But I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely over the moon with it. So smart. That front bumper number plate holder is a bit bulky. I see people talking about that. Whether I can be bothered to change it or not, who knows. I've got my own personal plate that I'll be putting on, so I'll have to fiddle with it eventually. So I probably will lose that at some point. They've upgraded the front headlights. I'll tell you what, it's like daytime when you put the beams on. They're certainly different to the old ones. Compared to the candles I had in my BMW before. It's like a new experience driving at night. This is a one-take video. Any words I miss, I'm just going to deal with. I'm no professional. If you want to see a professional video, there are others. This is just a normal guy driving a normal car that just happens to have got no engine. I think they've changed the rear light clusters as well. People talk about there being condensation or water accumulating in here. There's nothing yet. It's rained for the 24 hours I've owned it. It's the first time the sun's come out. Kind of. Another big update for the 2021, which I'm sure anyone who's read this and seen this video will have noticed. It's now got a power boot. It's just a bit dark in there on the video, but it's big. There's plenty of space. And those seats fold down. I guess I'll take those stickers off one day, but no rush. The other big update they did in this that a lot of people were complaining about on the previous version, you can see there's holes in here. Those holes, I can vouch, stop any water draining down. Certainly nothing runs off the boot or the back window glass into the boot. A little bit of drips, a few drips just have dripped from here as it lifts and go into the boot space, but they seem to have fixed that minor issue. And the power trunk, I've never had a car with a power folding boot. It's something that I wouldn't have missed, but enough people whinged about it. Tesla fans need to put it in, so well done them. Keep having to remind myself, right side of the car, right hand. Those of you who've not seen Teslas before, if this is the first video you've ever watched, probably start with a professional. I'm just an amateur. In fact, I'm not even that. But they've changed the center console. There used to be some flippy flaps that people kept bashing. Now they've got a more traditional sliding panel. It's like slightly plasticky but quite smart looking matte with this chrome surround. This slides forward. There's absolutely a massive hole down there. That's my SLR. It's only got a little lens on it, but it goes down an awful long way. Just down here, there's some USB slots. USB-C, which is the future. Unfortunately, I don't own anything that has USB-C. It's got built-in wireless charging. There's 2 ports there, 2 cup holders, and a fairly standard armrest, and another massive cupboard with a 12 volt socket there. All the other stuff I think is fairly standard for previous versions. There's a warning marker there. There used to be an SOS button, but that's been taken away, I believe. And otherwise, we just have the normal dash. My car's called Mr. T because it's a Tesla. The front opens, the rear power gate opens, the charging point opens, and all the other things much the same. I still haven't worked my way through all these adjustments. There's a million buttons. It's like getting a new phone that you don't know how to work. I certainly don't know how to work it. I don't think my regenerative braking's worked yet, because I've only on about, I think this car's only done about 14 miles ever. So when I try and activate the autopilot mode, it gives me a little blue bar, a blue wheel that's not fully charged yet. So I don't think it's calibrated. The consumption average 276 watts per mile. I suspect, or I hope that'll improve. I have been testing the car, shall we say. It certainly pulls well. It's quite a strange driving sensation. I think it must be because there's no weight at the front. It drives very like a pointy car, like a mid-engine car. Or it reminds me, I had a 911 a few years ago. It reminds me of that, just because there's no weight at the front. Let's have a look in the boot, in the front compartment. This has been reworked. I think there used to be something up here. I think I've seen some carrying switches in the past. This is my tow hook box, I think. That's my warning triangle. This space is probably 10 inches deep at the back by I don't know, similar sort of, maybe 6 to 8 inches at the front. It's maybe 2 foot wide by a foot front to back. You'd get a decent sized laptop bag in there minimum, but I think I'll just leave those things there. I can't really see myself lifting this. Would I? Anyway, that's my video. If people are interested, get good feedback, I might post some more. My main experience is this car's going to be, well, I do an 80-mile round trip, so 40 miles to work, 40 miles back. It's 98% motorway, so I'll be interested to see how that saves me money. Well, there's no fuel economy, but what's the energy usage like on my drive? Maybe I'll make another video in a little while updating. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't bother subscribing, there's nothing to subscribe to, but keep an eye out. If you want to subscribe, you'll see my next video, and there'll be more information on this car in the future.